Hey everybody, it's Jay the Haitian Mogul here. I am here with another video for all of you. As you can see, I'm at work, so I got a little time to make a little video so I can talk to you guys about what I actually have been thinking about the last week. Really more than that. I guess trying to figure out a way to come up with a solution for it. Now, I know a lot of people, when you're starting a new business, especially if you're starting something like MCA, it usually involves you spending money. And if you're not prepared for that, you can either be stuck or you might end up finding yourself quitting until you can get that money. But what I say is don't quit and don't wait to get that money. Just work, okay? Now, the reason why I say that is because the fact that if you wait, of course, until you get the money, you get the funds that you want, so that way you can fund your business the way that you want, you'll be wasting time from that first day that you started the business till you get the money, because that could take a month, could take a year. So if you are waiting that long, all that time you could have been started building up your brand. You see what I'm saying? And so there's a lot of things that you can do in between that are free, that won't cost you anything. Of course, social media is the very top one that all business owners should have. Like, if you're an MCA, there's no reason why you should not have a YouTube channel, an Instagram account, a Facebook account, and a Twitter account. Those are the 4 things you need to have. And now it's Snapchat. So you really want to make sure that you are on top of your social media, especially because it's something that's going to help you market your business for free at first to get you started, until you can afford to pay for those ads and get seen in front of your target audience. Now, I don't know if a lot of you have read. I don't have the book with me here. I thought I did. It's at home, but I'll probably just shoot a link at the bottom maybe for it too. But if you guys have not read, or for those of you who have read, it's The Power of Broke. Okay, it's by Damon John. He's one of my favorite millionaires out there. Really, somebody that I actually really look up to as far as business goes, and I even love some of his personal opinions. So, with that book, it really helped me, and I don't know a lot of other people, help us understand how it is to make your business grow, to help it grow, even if you don't have the money to do so. So now I know a lot of people, the first step that they come in here and they have an issue with is saying that, I have to pay $40, okay? Because usually that's going to be the first thing you're going to have to pay, is the $40 to get your benefits started, so that way you can use them and also use that to sell to other people so that they can purchase theirs as well. And as you know, that's the only way that we actually make our $80, okay? Also, for those of you who are not in the state that has free licensing, you will have to pay for that license to even start to see, before you could even see your first check. I've had people also ask me, do I go ahead and promote while I am waiting for the license to come in? What can I do? I want to make some money, but you don't want your account to be held up because you haven't filled out the license. So what I will say, and I told somebody else the same thing, that what you can do, you can still promote the business. Okay, and I believe that you can do that even if you're waiting on your licensing. Simply because the fact that, again, you just don't want to be feeling like you're sitting there wasting time when you could be building your brand. You see what I'm saying? So while you're waiting for that, set up all your social media accounts for your business. Okay, whatever name you want to go with, you will make sure you make them all the same thing, because that's going to be what's going to represent you in your MCA business and whatever other business you have when it's coming to branding. Okay, that's another free part that you can do. Also, if you have a blog and a website, there are ways you can get a website for free. For those of you who go to free websites like Weebly or Wix, I don't necessarily care for Wix, in my opinion. I kind of even don't even care for Weebly, but that's mostly because I can design and code my own websites, so I don't have to worry about that. But that does not mean that you can't do it too, okay? Because the way I learned strictly online, mostly YouTube, and I just tested out a bunch of stuff and to see what worked and what didn't work. And I saved all the things that I learned that was working for me, and then I would use them in my future projects, which could also help you as well to benefit whatever it is you're doing. So say you don't have any money to fund or to do your licensing, okay? You want to get your licensing done. So what you can do a couple of things actually. You can go the old-fashioned route and get you a bunch of cans. Go ahead and get a whole bunch of like, you know what I'm talking about, recycle cans, okay? Get you a bunch of cans, get you a bunch of sheet metal, get you a bunch of anything that you can get that will be recyclable, and also you can sell at your local recycler. And I've done this. Okay, I've done this in the past. Times were a little hard. So we put a bunch of cans together and went out and cashed them out. We probably got maybe like $7 or so at the time. This is a long time ago. Now, I just do it just to have them. So I probably got I have at least 7 big trash bags at my house. And they're all thrown in the back room somewhere. And whenever I feel, I can actually go and cash them out. And mostly because of my dog. And now I'm actually been feeding her more healthy food, actually making stuff at home for her. So now I don't have them in cans anymore. So now I also gotta be creative. It's either that or I'm gonna cash them in and to see what I actually could make, and then make a video about that so that you guys can be inspired and motivate you to actually go that route. Okay, that's one thing you can do. You can also go the other route of selling things, which could be selling old items you have, old clothes that you have. You can go to Plato's Closet if you have one in your area. I've done this too in the past. I was in college at the time, needed gas money all the time. So I sold some of my clothes and I made a buck. And if you go in there with some really nice things, really good quality, then you will give you a good amount of money for it. Now, this is really just so that you can build up to get the money for your license. For your license and whatever for initial fee that you have to get. Because of course you gotta get a license if you start your own business. So you should save it for that. And for other companies, like for example, the magazine that I have. I told you guys I have a magazine, and I'm excited about it because we're gonna start reading up on everything come this summer. But the magazine is $300 to get one barcode, so that way I can actually put it in stores. So it's like they're usually gonna have some type of fee that you're gonna have to pay, whether it's to get your company started, which is the license, and to also get let me see, like products that you might need, like flyers, business cards, more especially, and stickers, whatever marketing materials you think you might need to use and that could actually help you with your business. That is also going to be what the money will go towards. Now, those are the few things that I actually just mentioned to you that you can do so that you can make you some money without you costing any money. All right. Now you can also find there are some apps out there that are free that you can also download. I have used in the past add something. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but what it was basically an app that I used that all I had to do was, I'm gonna figure out the name of it and I'll let you guys know. But all I did was every time I cut my phone on and an ad comes up, which is what the app does, an ad comes up, then I just swipe it off. And I just basically it'll actually build up money for you. And actually I got some previews of it whenever I can find it on my phone, so that I can show you guys how much money I've actually made off of it. I made like maybe $20 or so off of it. So that's another free way. You can I'm gonna put that in the description at the bottom as well. You guys gotta make sure I got jotted down my notes, so that way I brought 2 notebooks today. I'm on it. So that way I know what to include in my description. Okay, so hold on one second. So we're gonna do the ad app. Alright? And now what you do is when you download this app, once you sign up, you actually get $1. They give you $1. We cash out at $10. And you cash out once a month. That's the only thing that sucks about that. You have to, of course, request the revenue beforehand, and so that way you can get the cash to cash out before your month is up. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna add that in the bottom. You can still test it out if you have a second phone. This is what I ended up doing. I ended up putting it on my second phone, so that way I didn't have to worry about it on my original phone. You see what I'm saying? And if you have more than one phone, you can also download it to another phone and still make an extra $1. For everybody that signs up under you, actually make $1 from them. So that would actually help you out a lot. I also got another way you guys can do is blogging. as you all have seen in my videos, that I have made money with AdSense. And this is the money that you need to put into your business, okay? And basically all you're doing is blogging, okay? And you can do this several ways. I am going to work on a video and show you how you can get approved. And I'll also link in my Google AdSense video for you guys as well, to see how and what I did to make that money. But usually is all you're doing is you are literally, you just have a blog, a website, you add content to it first, because they're not going to approve you if you don't have any content. If your site is empty as hell, they're going to look at you as spam or bot, and you don't want to be looked at as that, because then you're never going to get approved. So you want to make sure that you add content to your site. Make sure there's relevant content to what it is your site is about. Don't just put something together because you want to get on AdSense. It's not going to work that way. So once you do that, okay, and you add content to the site. So I'm going to say, if you have a blog, WordPress blog, what you can do is you can actually create the blog, and it's actually going to be easier to use WordPress because of the SEO and all the stuff's already built in for you versus having to learn it and do it yourself. So what you do is you can go, I would say, go ahead and put 10 different blog posts. Now, they could be about anything. Like I said, you have to be relevant, but they could be about anything that would be pertaining to giving some type of value to your business. So it could be like you do for MCA. I'm always going to say this. MCA gives you a lot of talking points. There is no reason why people shouldn't be able to make at least 20 good videos just for MCA. Why I say that? Because of all these right here. Because everything that's in here. You can list off you can make a video for each service that they have over here. And it could be like 2-3 minutes a piece. And all it would do is explain to them, hey, if you go to the hospital, or if you've been to the hospital recently, that'll be better. You see, sometimes also you have to edit your words, because you don't want to just come off as someone who doesn't know what they're talking about, and definitely don't want to come off as someone who's selling stuff off the bat. So you can say, if you say you want to do the 500 emergency room coverage, you say, was you recently in the hospital, and was your coverage taken care of, that type of stuff, okay? And if not, then there is they have this service here that you can use with MCA, Motor Club of America, where you can get $500 for emergency room coverage. I was going to say $500 a day. It's $150 a day if you are in the hospital, and it's up to a year. So calculate that by 365. Okay? You see what I'm saying? So MCA is paying you. MCA is paying everybody. All right. So let me see. That's another way. And as I said when you look at the Google AdSense video, you'll see how I connected my videos to my blogs, to my social networks, so that way they can get clicks and hits and views. And your Google AdSense does derive from your blog and your YouTube channel, but you have to connect them both. If they're not connected, and you've been creating a bunch of YouTube videos and have never applied for Google AdSense, guess what? The prior views that you've had will not be counted. You will have to start from scratch, or at least start from the next video that you upload, and then go from there. So you really want to make sure that if you're going to do that, go ahead and upload 10 videos. I would say go upload 5 to 10 videos. 10 would be a good number to go with. And like I say, make about any you can name one service, talk about it for a couple of minutes, and then start another video. Upload that to your blog. And once you do that, then you have content on your blog. Now you can go ahead and apply for Google AdSense. Like I said, I'll make a video about that. And that's another way you can do stuff for free. There are other opportunities that are out there where you might make $25, like the email processing opportunities. Some of these actually depend on you if you want to go that route. If you don't have the money to get started, I would assume that you wouldn't want to go that route anyway. But it would be, like I said, up to you, because there are some good ones that are out there that will actually help you out. I started off with one when I was first started, before I got to MCA. It was just Get Paid Work from Home USA, which is a worldwide opportunity. But what they do is you just pay a one-time fee, and you get the products that they use, their tools, like the Facebook Auto Poster. That's actually where I got mine from, the Facebook Auto Poster and stuff like that. And that way you can actually use it to market your business and make more money. But like I said, it's up to you. There are other ones you can get as apps. They pay like $1 or so. You can also, I used to do inbox dollars back in the day. Actually, I was supposed to cash out at $30, but then I think the last I looked at it, they took off a lot of stuff on there. So you can also do surveys. So there's a really good amount of things you can do, so that way you can get the money to get your licensing. Because at the end of the day, we are in this business, and any business you do is to make money. Okay? And it's your responsibility to come up with the money that you need to fund your business. Nobody's going to do it for you. If you are lucky enough, you can get a bank loan. I would not suggest that if you were just starting out. I have never applied for a bank loan myself, but it would be a good idea if you decided to go big. So say you wanted to open up your own store, then of course that would be the route that you would want to go to, and is getting a bank loan. But for those of us who are starting off with just the $40 that we put into the company, so that we can get our benefits, then you got to pay for your licensing, especially if you're like in California, it's like $120. If you have to worry about that, just go ahead and put your little dimes and stuff together. Oh, there's another thing too I actually heard about the other day. If I come up with any other methods, I'll just show them out, or I'll include them in the video, in the description. But you can also, what we actually started doing, I actually need to start over on it, but putting dimes in a Coke bottle. So say you get a lot of change that comes in. We all do, okay? You can, Coinstar, or whatever else they might call it, wherever you at. So if you have a bunch of coins already, just hold them. Hold them in a bucket. And even if they're random coins, hold them in a bucket. You can put them in the Coinstar, and you can get the cash for that. Of course, I'm going to take a little percentage, but you will get the cash for it. I used to do that all the time, by the way, because I had a bunch of loose change. Dimes are really good if you want to put that in a Coke bottle. You can actually make up like $300 off of it, and just putting them in one Coke bottle, never touching it. In a 2 liter, not a 20 ounce. Put it in a 2 liter, okay? But it is our responsibility to come up with the ways to make money. We have to. This is what being a self-employed business owner / entrepreneur is all about. Is basically finding ways to be creative, so that way you can grow your business. And how do you grow your business? It's by having the money to do so. Because when you put all the work into, as far as like your free social networks and stuff like that, that's to lead to the sales. You're not selling people right off the bat, but you're building up your credibility, building up your brand, letting people see your face, letting people see the product, and making them almost get sick and tired of seeing it to the point that they actually want to purchase it. And that'll be on how good you do of describing the product, how good you do of answering people's questions. Your customer service will definitely have a lot to do with that. And of course, over time, you make a good amount of money in your business because you've learned to create ways to fund it. You can also do, I think, Cabbage. Kickstarter is always a good one. But if you don't make your goal, then you don't get the money. That's the only thing I don't like about that. Oh, GoFundMe is also a good one. But again, if you don't have good amount of people that actually will fund it, will actually pay or donate to help you fund your business, then you're gonna also have a hard time with that. But GoFundMe, that doesn't have a limit, so if you somebody makes a payment, you can actually cash out then. So it'll actually, and then it doesn't ever really actually end. So you can go ahead and do a lot of different things. Okay. Hopefully you guys are taking notes in this. I know I said a lot in the video, but I really just wanted to try to help you guys understand the necessity and the reasoning as to why it's important, so that way you can go out there and do what you have to do to make your money, to get your business off the ground. Okay? We don't want to think small. That's what messes us up. We're thinking too small. We're thinking about paying for that next bill. I understand that. I got bills now that I had to just not pay because I just could not do it. So I completely understand. But what you want to do is just be realistic, okay? So you want to start off, you want to get your business off the ground, and you want to make $5,000 a month as your first goal, okay? Don't be upset if it doesn't happen within the first 6 months, because you still have to build up your brand, have to get people to trust your product, and to also get people to review it so that other people can purchase it. Now, once you get this, even up all that time, you get your website up, you get all your branding is already set up, it's about time for you to go ahead and purchase them ads if you have the money to do so. And how you going to get that money is by using the methods that I said. Of course, you can use Fiverr as well. They're good for that. Usually what I do on Fiverr is I'll sell like a flyer design, something like that. Or when I had the magazine, I used to sell interviews. And they were like $5 a piece. So they was going like that. So I can do that as well. I mean, you could do that as well. And that money will actually add up. Now, with Fiverr, you will have to wait about a couple of weeks or so, a week or so, to for the money to clear. Then you get it connected to your PayPal account and or to the card that's with Fiverr. And then from there, you can actually just cash out whenever the money gets cleared. And that doesn't cost you anything to set up a Fiverr account. So you really got to, like I said, think outside the box. Be very, very creative. I'll probably go make a list of this. Probably, I don't know, maybe include it in the video somehow. Maybe make an image of it. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But just so that you guys can get a list of everything that I kind of mentioned right now. So that if you want to try it for yourself, you can definitely look at it and see about what you can do so that you can get out of that rut. How you can get out of that, the mindset of trying to figure out how to make that first buck or how to spend to make that first, to pay for your licensing. It's something that I heard from Robert Kiyosaki, right? Rich Dad Poor Dad. I'm hoping I said his last name right. But was that problem with people? The problem with people, even people who are non-entrepreneurs. And what we do is we, instead of thinking about ahead, like far ahead, we think about just tomorrow, right? And that's not a bad thing, but it kind of limits your thought process because all you're thinking about is just the next day, how to get through to the next day. So you want to think about how to get through to the next month, to the next 6 months, to the next year. So that way you are planning ahead for these types of things, okay? And when he said this, it was like, he also mentioned that don't try to get money. Don't try to plan to pay your bills and pay for anything just off the money that you were working with or the money that you're expecting to get. Especially like if you have a job like me. If you have a job, you know, you get paid every Friday, then you were expecting to get that money to pay for your bills that's coming up. And those days in between when you don't have your check hasn't came in yet and the bills are getting ready to pile in, but you're waiting on that check. Don't do that. According to Robert, that's where you get creative. And according to Damon, it's the power of broke. So you will definitely use your mind, your brain, to whatever it is that's in your house, whatever it is, and it's at arm's length, arm's reach, something that you can actually use to your advantage and make money off of. People have yard sales all the time. People do car washes all the time. People even host little events. You can even have a house party. We've all seen Friday. So again, it's not just for this when I say this, it's not just so you can pay for the next bill. And I'm telling you this is because I really want you to think about it as funding your business. Because if you don't fund your business and you pay for that next bill, now your business is suffering. The bill's paid, that's fine. But then you could have also paid for the business to make you more money so that way that bill would have been paid forever. You see what I'm saying? So take that into account of everything I just said. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm probably going to run through this video again by myself. So that way I can actually jot down the ideas that I've had of what you can do to make you some money without no cost to you. All right? So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll probably make another video when I get home and I'll upload it or whatever so you guys can see that as well. And if you have any questions for me or have anything specific that you want me to work on as far as a video goes, then don't hesitate to let me know. As always, leave me some comments at the bottom. Let me know what you think about the video. And like my video as well. And also subscribe if you haven't done so on my channel. All right? So I thank you guys so much for watching. I guess I'm about to go on my break. Hold on a second.